how's it going, everybody? I'm Guy on Ostrich, that's a capital Goo. How do you do? And today we're here to continue off from where we left off in our Pokemon SoulSilver hardcore. Whoa, watch it me, it's not a hardcore. I randomized Nuzlocke. And I got us some good old. Okay, yeah, we have. Woo! I was racing in my mind. Like, I had this thought, I had that thought, I had another thought, and none of them were, correct. I don't know. I don't know, but you can see that we got everything rocking and rolling, and we're gonna get things going. We got Bennett, we got Pam, we got Kyogre, and I was pretty happy with the way everything went. I'm getting one more recording for the day. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I need to think about how we're gonna go about this. I'm hoping to get more editing done, more stuff within the whole grand scheme of things. But I mean, we're gonna. I don't even know where I'm really at. Ooh, knockoffs. Actually, for some reason I was thinking physical special split with Bennett, and I was like, that's not gonna be good. It's nice to be able to switch, and I mean this was. Oh, don't. Okay, yeah. It's nice to actually be able to feel good about, like being able to just play regularly while also telling yourself that there's a chance you get something killed. So I guess it's not too regularly, but by the time we this is out, I need to see something. Ooh, so the day. Okay, yeah. By the time this episode's out, and I mean I guess on the first episode too, everything's gonna be. But I mean we got Pokemon Presents, and did y'all get what y'all would want? I'm gonna probably take the episode, and we can just unless we get into any big comeuppances, what all would be solid? What all would be a solid thing to see get released? I would say yes. You can see our rare candies there. I'm thinking. So, I mean, new mystery dungeon, I guess would be okay. For some reason, okay. I will say there was a part of me that was like, I think, there was a part of me that thought that Nightshade worked differently, and I'm not too big of a. I'm not too big of a fan of this. I mean, it's gonna be just a little friendship. Yep. All right. So I mean, we're gonna have to raise Happini's friendship, and this is going to be our project, I guess, of the series. Is I'm going to try and get Happini to be. Well, I mean, Happini. I don't know. It carefully carries around White Rock. We'll just go with Motherly. We'll just go Motherly. Maybe not. Whatever. But alright, so let's. Ooh. Okay, that's actually very powerful. We'll see what we get in the cave first, and then we can get going on that. So we'll just see what the cave's got. Octillery. Ooh wee. Octillery is always a really. Octillery is never a bad grab. Octillery is never, ever a bad grab because it's like. This is like the definition of versatility. And I mean like picture perfect. It's gonna get so many just different. Okay, and the crit. Yeah, we're gonna switch out now. And the crit, we're switching out. I'm not even taking a second thought. But we got. Oh my goodness! Come on. Come on, Octillery. I need you to get in the ball. I need you to get in the ball, Octillery. I mean, look at that for moveset already. 1, 2, 3. Okay, Octillery. Octillery, I need you to. No BS in here. Get in the ball. Okay. That's how. You want to play like that? Oh my goodness. Octillery really wants to play like that. Octillery really wants to play like that. I am so happy I got the Kyogre though, cause there's not a part of me that thinks I would have caught a Kyogre on its out in the wild. There's just not a ounce in my body that says I would have caught Kyogre. So, all right. Yeah, y'all seen that. Octillery. We'll call it Cannon. Great name, me. Boy, could you come up with anything more generic? Probably not, but alright. Now let's... Ooh. Ooh, that... TM45! Let's see. Random TMs. Sludge. Okay. And... Ooh. Look at Cannon being able to learn it. I mean, it's just what you expect from Octillery. Just being able to learn any and everything. Just like it's always does. But, alright. What were we saying? So, new Pokemon games that they could... I'd seen a video like a week or so ago now, and it mentioned that there's probably not a chance we see a Gale of Darkness or an XD or any of those things, which I would say I wish I could say I'd be upset about it. I never got the chance to experience those. I never had a GameCube, so I didn't get an opportunity to play those. But I would love if they would port those over. I don't think we have a GameCube port yet, though, or like for the Nintendo Switch for like the online stuff for the Switch. But if they would port those over, that could be fun. If what else is there though? And okay, yeah. Pasho Perry. That's not really what we're here for, but okay. I mean, I guess it is technically what we're here for, but we're gonna find our speed, guys. We're gonna Alright. I need my money though. And I guess since we got the experience share, there's no reason not to put it on our artillery right now. Cause I mean there's just not a good chance of us. There's not really. Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. I mean everything's level 2, so there's actually a good possibility. I guess we could make use of everybody. But look at that, level 3. Vibrava. I mean, you see, if I had, I mean, I could bring in my artillery and just have it aura beam and feel pretty comfortable with that. But I mean, why would I do that? Let's see. A Paris. I'm gonna bring in a palm. Bring in a pom. And yeah, I keep on getting distracted. But new Pokemon games. I would love. I would actually love a new Rangers, which I don't know how you would do Rangers though. I'll I'll be honest with you. I don't know how you would do Rangers. I is there like some way with the Joy-Con you would be able to? It's I feel like that's the like you're asking and it might be pushing it. Is can you use the Joy? Would you be able to do the Joy-Con to draw circles, or would it be like? I guess would it be like a left stick, like you could place it in like in position, and then the right stick you twirl around. Maybe that's the way to go. I'm not overly sure in that regard, but another Rangers. I loved the first one. I loved Shadows of Almia. I believe it was called Shadows of Almia, but that was. I mean, those were both Chatot for Clefo. What a trade! Yeah, we're not. Yeah, we're not going to worry about that. Um. So that, but that's just what I'm kind of sitting here thinking about. Like, and Odd Keystone 1050. Yeah, I'll drop the Odd Keystone. There, I mean, there's not a thing that makes the Odd Keystone worth it. I, I mean, if this was the other place, I'd get to go. Ooh, ooh. I'd get I'd have to go underground and do all that fun jazz anyways. Let's go ahead put Roxanne up front. Um, I'm curious at how the I know Motherly, I know our little Happini is a friendship evolution. Other than that, I don't know. But yeah, that's Grand Bull. I mean, that's not what we want to see. A tail whip. I mean, it's gonna have bite, and I'm not going to like the fact that it has bite. But I mean, if we're being honest here, Grand Bull's a lot better, a lot better than Apom. I mean, I don't think there's any arguments that anyone can make. Grand Bull will just be better than Apom, and I'm going to not get. All right, but uh, and I guess I'm trying. I've not put too much thought into the new games, and also it would be a fun thing to. I mean, it would be fun to see like a new like a new game like the Go Darkness XD. I I mean, it's just such a different style, but I I don't know if they would be able to really captivate that style anyways. And I believe it's already showcased every move. So I'm going to just go on into here and we're going to hit a knockoff cuz I mean that's just the easy peasy ability. Um oh my goodness. Like I just I just don't know. Oh my goodness. We're going to go for a nut. Okay, with that charm, I mean we're definitely going to have it's going to survive a knockoff. And it might even survive another knockoff. But let's not let that get in the way of all right. Okay. So the quiet treatment got it. The quiet treatment got it. Great. Uh I had a dog at one point named Sadie. Sadie was a really good dog. Sadie got a lot of hate from the kids because the kids didn't treat Sadie properly, but Sadie was a really, really nice little puppy. So I'm gonna name our new pup we got Sadie. And okay, so I guess y'all can provide me like what would y'all's like opinion be, or what would y'all's big game like Pokemon game be? Because I'll be honest, it's kind of difficult for me to think of. I mean, I mean, if we got like a TCG port, that would be to the Switch. That would be kind of interesting. Um, a TCG port would be a pretty interesting one. I mean, there's talks about DLC, which I mean, I guess that is something that's kind of started in these newer Pokemon games with Sword and Shield, the DLC. And I I would be lying if I said I wouldn't be hyped for it, but I'd be lying if I said I knew what they needed to do. As far as like, I mean, it's there's so many just different paths you can take. I don't I don't know if just making new areas would be the. I don't know if that would be the same. I mean, like they created like two. They had two new areas in Sword and Shield. They had the place with the fighting dojo, and then they had the other place that the frozen tundra. And I am I wasn't completely sold on them. I mean, they were kind of cool. I think people did enjoy the dens or like the big like I mean they really like that like big like build up to the final fight trying to get shinies. But I'm not a shiny hunter, so like the that stuff doesn't really captivate me as much. And as far as like things that truly captivate me, if we had, oh, we're a kicking and a screaming now. Just good old-fashioned stuff that happens with Heart Gold SoulSilver. If you know, you know. So, yeah, we what were we talking? What were we saying? Okay, yeah. I guess that we were on the what are DLC options? What are like true like these would really hit with it? And I mean, if we're being honest, like the biggest thing that to me is like I mean, there's a reason I like Gen 2. I like I like going back. I like exploring in like the old regions. That's kind of like that's something that I really enjoy. I I mean, I could see where that might not be the true like best case scenario, but I'm not going to lie, that would be a lot more of an exciting thing if it I mean if like the people are like, "Oh, go back to Kalos." If that's true, that would be amazing. Which we haven't really seen anything of Kalos since X and Y. So, I mean, that's that would be pretty spectacular. I will say I'm a little okay. So, we got to be concerned about a move called Pursuit. It's a pretty scary move. A move that a lot of people are very well aware of. And that being a dark type very scared me. So let's go ahead and take the time to put Kyogre up front. But I mean, like any like going back to any generation would be really awesome. And I mean, any generation would be like absolutely amazing. I think I still think like one of the coolest things will be if they at the like end of Pokemon, if they like just if it all culminates to a game where it has every single like every single Pokemon region, every single Pokemon obtainable, like that would be like absolutely like just the best. Dragon Rage Claws, that don't count. Haha. Dragon Rage Claws is a very great rule where I mean it is exactly what it sounds like. If you get hit with Dragon Rage and you have I mean we don't have any way of surviving it. So at this point Dragon Rage Claws is in effect. Look at Lemur getting the kill too. So and an Entei. Oh my. Now I guess our bigger fear now is that this Entei does something to us because I mean because Entei doesn't have Dragon Rage and Entei can really punish us, but we don't get punished if we win. Baton Pass would be cool if we had more moves to really set up. I'm gonna go ahead and heal up and get everybody because we have a big like there's a possibility that this is going to count as a boss fight or like an important trainer. So I'm going to go ahead and take the time for that. Okay, so let's see. What else is there though? Like what truly is there? Um I mean, if we get like a new Pokemon Legends game announced, that would be awesome. Is is there a possibility? Well, I say is there a possibility? There's not a chance that they would make a Pokemon Wars game. If they made a Pokemon Wars game, we would be. I think that would be. I don't want to say that would be the peak of Pokemon. That would be crazy, though. Could you imagine, like, a Pokemon Legends Kalos Wars? And then, like. I mean, like, you could just. Like, oh my goodness. Like, you could have so much with this. So, the Kalos Wars. You could just have this be, like, released, like. I mean, of course it's going to release further down the line. Let's just say. Oh my goodness. What do we say about this? It goes down the line. Uh. I mean, Kalos Wars. I mean, there's just so much stuff that hasn't gotten like really picked up on, or like there's not been a lot of stuff in Kalos that's been really like emphasized or exaggerated on. Like we got X and Y, and that was it. So there's so much more up for grabs in Kalos. So let's just say, like, let's knock Kalos out of the park. Like, completely and utterly out of the park as we have a Groudon versus Kyogre fight. Oh my. What? Look at us. Look at that. And, oh my. I just seen like pretty interesting news, so that's kind of why I paused right there. But oh my goodness, look at Corsola being a little like a punk. But yeah, let's say Scarlet Violet DOC. You go to Kalos. Let's say like there's like a bunch of like. Let's have that whole entirety. Let's have that whole setup of going to Kalos. Let that set up the Kalos Wars, and by that like have it just emphasize like let us know like this side and that side. Let's just and then let's like oh my goodness if they could just it's the thing of if they could make Pokemon fit like their make a Pokemon game for your audience, not that you want to keep. Make make a Pokemon game for the audience of like the ones who've always been. I mean, like I'm in my 20s. I started like in Pokemon when I was 5. Like I mean, you could and I mean like I would have liked it probably earlier, but 5 just sounded like a good number to be able to say, and I might have liked it earlier. I don't know. But I know there's like there's people who are in their 30s probably, or like it's getting close to their 30s. Make a Pokemon game for the adults. I know you want like a children's focus. Like that would be like oh that's we talk about like what's the dream Pokemon game? Just make it hit harder. Just oh my goodness, like make the situations hit so much harder. I would be here for that. And that's I mean, I guess that's my opinions, which is always like I mean, that can get you in trouble or that can Like, you guys might agree with me, but that is how I feel towards this. I want, I want new. I want Pokemon to be like fit your like older audience. Give us the Kalos Wars. Make it gritty. Like, could you imagine Gears of War? Could you imagine Gears of War in Pokemon and have that actually hit for like that's my like that's my argument. Like, just imagine, just like there is so many opportunities. I know, like, you can do so many things, but like, could you imagine having like we've seen an intake. Could you imagine seeing like having an intake just rip the throat out of something? Like, have it just be so visceral. Like, oh my, like, and have it just be gritty. Like, the problem is, and I recognize, like, how can you market that for, how you can market it for adults, but how would you actually keep kids away from it? That is a very valid question, because this would need to be a game that might like terrify the kids. I mean, we've got so many like Pokédex story like entries talking about, oh, this one takes kids, this does this does that. Just imagine the just possibilities of like all the freaky and effed up just mayhem they could cause. I am here for it. I mean, there is so many opportunities and just exciting just things in general. Like, there's my like, that's my dream thing. That's a good Goosher thought. That's a keep an eye out for that. That's a, I need to make some connections. I need to get a group of people together and we need to be like, what? Let's make the craziest psychotic, like, we're making the like hype. Like, if you were as an adult, let's get it. I mean, as a like playing Persona, like Persona has like more like adultish things. I mean, it's still geared towards freaking like high schoolers and like their story scene, which I wish Japan could get away from it's a high school kid. I've seen other people talk about that. High school kids kind of ruins it, but I understand that's target demographic, but it's like, ah! But we caught a Miss Magius. Miss Magius is pretty hype. Do I'm going to call her Maggie, all caps. Boom, cool. And I really need to get some. I have one more encounter. I don't really have the Pokeballs. I need to get the Pokeballs. So I'm going to just wrap things up here, though. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all for tuning in. As always, I'm Gowan Ostrich. That's Capital Goo. Until next time, peace out.